that. We got to change up that tarps off photo in the intro.
If anybody wants to know how important Dakota Josh was to the Vancouver Canucks, that was the game. Okay, so condiments. This is everything.
Everything. So we run the gamut completely, right?
I'm talking about sriracha on the bottle.
Sriracha?
Sriracha. It's that silent R that screws me up.
Is it a silent R?
I don't know, like who's tall?
Who's tall?
Chris Pronger, wasn't he tall?
Chris Pronger was tall, yeah.
Welcome to the PP1 Podcast.
Are you kidding me? That's what?
I get it every time. Every single time. Every time.
I didn't realize in that intro you cut, there's like 4 photos in a row where one of us is wearing some version of the hat you have on right now.
I was thinking the same thing, which is wild. We support each other. We buy into this whole shtick. Welcome to the PP1 Podcast. We're on the Area 51 Sports Network. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Area 51's Twitter. Come say hello. As it says in this next thing, join the chat. Grant, I'm sure, is here because the Canucks just ended. Looked like he was like cleaning off his driveway or something today. I saw a photo on Twitter or something. So, or maybe like spraying down the driveway. I don't know. He'll let us know when he gets here, folks. It's a good time for sports. It is a good time for sports. Not for your Vancouver Canucks. Well, kind of. But it's a good time for sports. Baseball season, we'll get there. Don't worry. We got as much time as we need for those guys. It's fun, like in this current moment for the Canucks, but it's baseball season. Vladimir Guerrero is a Blue Jay, whether you want him to be or not. He's expensively a Blue Jay until you don't like him anymore. It's our ball season. Things get going next week. We got Bat Sniffers Monday night. We got Hops in 2 weeks. You're ready. I don't even care if you're good. You're ready. We're ready. I'm ready. Can't wait.
Yeah, we'll see. I should probably start stretching out the hamstring like now.
You should. Yeah, I mean, because you haven't played in a while, you might want to get the extremities going because, you know, as you and I both know, like we ain't spring chickens anymore. It's spring, but we ain't spring chickens. Stuff hurts longer now. I've been a doctor.
Gets hurt faster.
I haven't got a subscription. Yeah, exactly. Things hurt quicker and longer and recover less. So maybe we should get like a drop ship for Icy Hot, maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, that would be helpful. That'd be helpful.
My camera's being stupid. I think I'm gonna. If this happens one more time, I'm gonna switch cameras for today. So okay. I don't know. It's like this stupid webcam thingy is. It's not working. I might need a new one. Who knows? Maybe I'm just abusing it too much. Yeah. So it's ball season. Cannot wait. This is the best time. If you live in Kelowna, or if you're a spring person, you get it. Ryan Chapp knows it's softball season. We're ready to go. Everybody, it's time to dust off those jerseys and the gloves, cleats. Let's go. Let's play some baseball. But I'm not here to talk about baseball, Ted. I'm not here to talk about the Vancouver Canucks. I'm here to talk about, as we were saying, the hats that we wear. 1 second. I'm here to talk about the greatest tournament in sports. Not like the most heavy hit.
Is it the greatest tournament?
I love me the Stanley Cup, the playoffs for the lead up to the Super Bowl, the World Series. Those are all great. But
I know you're rolling into a point, but I think that it might be worth the conversation at some point to talk about what is the greatest tournament.
We should probably have that conversation. That's actually okay. So we're going to get into that. Probably not this week, but maybe we do this week. I don't know. We could have that talk. I'm talking about the Masters. We've done Masters tees. We've done Masters hats. I got a few different ones. As you guys saw in the intro, we've got like, I don't know. How many PP1 Masters hats do you have?
Oh, jeez. I think I got 2. I got the one you're wearing right now.
The green one, yeah.
Yeah, I think I still have that one.
This one's got some sweat.
Yeah, and then I have like a black one with the black logo. One with the baby blue.
Oh, right. Yeah. So I've got that one too, and then I did a blue one with a hot pink logo, and then Addison has a pink one, like just a slouchy dad hat. So she rocks that, like playing ball or stuff. So the Masters. Obviously, I got my new golf brand Mulligan, and we got a Masters collab. We're going to be at Golf Evolution this weekend. So
Look at it everywhere right now. Hey, you're doing well with that.
It's fun. This is, well, like I said to Christine, I'm like, it only took 20 years to get this right. So I just saw a memory on Facebook the other day, and it had little swatches of when I was preparing my Always 94 thing. And here we are, like 13 years later, doing something and actually making something of it. So who knows? Kind of fun. Anyway, it's Masters weekend. Watched the par 3 competition yesterday. Round 1 is in the books. Justin Rose is up there. Bryson is up there. Corey Connors, Canadian, is up there. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a good weekend. I'm going to be busy, but I'm going to make sure that I get all my Masters content. And now with phones, it's just like the best too. You can just be sitting at the restaurant. You can be doing whatever, sitting at the ball field, watching kids, and watching golf instead. Do whatever you want. It's awesome. But that's a good question. Like the Stanley Cup, I mean, that's like the hardest trophy to win. I think that's
I guess you have to. I don't know.
It's a different conversation, right?
It's probably, I mean, March Madness.
That's a
literal tournament of champions. You know,
mm-hmm. Jeopardy.
Europe's got some big stuff. We know a lot less about that, but yeah, Jeopardy.
Tournament of Champions. That's tough. That's just knowledge.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. Maybe we'll have to like bracket that somehow.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Brackets.
BEMDAS, but for sports. BEDMAS? Yeah. Is it BEMDAS or BEDMAS?
BEDMAS.
BEDMAS. I never know. And then obviously
brackets, exponents.
Mm-hmm.
Decimal. Division multiplication. Subtraction, addition.
Is it addition, subtraction?
No.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Addition, subtraction. You're learning math on this show. That's great.
It's
good for you.
Fun. Yeah. Embarrass myself.
Everybody's like, why are we watching this? What are we even doing here? Also, because I forgot to tell everybody, our intro song, Two Wolves by Jesse Roper, we are getting so much closer to that concert. I cannot wait. And you also added a concert. Yeah. You also added a concert.
For that. I did a little Christy and I listened to a bunch of, just pulled them out, hit those through those albums, all the tracks I remember. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Forgot about like chemicals between us and stuff like that, right? Like there's
some deeper, like they're not deep cuts, but they were like the single at the time, but a deeper.
They were the less known.
Yeah. Have you heard?
It's funny. I know we would talk about like all those like big shiny tunes and stuff, and hearing bands like Moist and then you look at that, it's like, oh, let's look up that song, and it's got like, you know, their best song has like 50,000 views or something like that, or listens, and then, you know, Chemicals Between Us on Bush's 99 album, which isn't that huge, had like, you know, 10 million.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so weird. Yeah, and Filter is playing that show. Did you check out any of those songs I suggested?
Like I didn't go look, but I didn't look at those.
It's like heavy
stuff. Ones. I tried to just listen through a little bit, and like I do. Well, I remember, you know, Filter, like, "Hey man, nice shot," and what's the picture one? I can't remember.
Take a picture. Yeah.
Take a picture. Like I didn't like Take a Picture when it was out.
But
I have I have like specific memories of like when I heard that song walking around downtown with friends or whatever. Right. So like it's totally cool. I think I just was never really a Filter guy. So I was a big Bush fan for sure. Like
I'm more of a like, because you're a little bit more well-rounded, I would say, in like everything music. And I kind of, maybe. I mean, I love all kinds of music, but I would say I'm probably a little bit more towards the rock side of things.
You like 90s alternative still, right? I bet early 2000s.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Sirius.
That was all I listened to back in the day, obviously, but I don't listen to it as much anymore. But I remember all those old bands. And, OLP and I Mother Earth and Default, and there's just there was a lot of good stuff back then. It was a lot of fun.
So we got a good show.
We were talking about that too. How like there was like when we were coming up, it was like, oh, the 80s is so distinct and the 70s is so distinct, right? And so was the 60s. And I remember we were growing up in the 90s, being like the 90s
like,
is so boring. This has
And now
nothing. And now like 90s fashion is coming back. 90s were a thing. Who knew when we were in there, right?
Yeah, I just actually my hypercolor shirt is in the wash currently. I don't know about yours, but
no, it's not. But my chip and pepper one is in there.
Yeah, your Jenko jeans.
My Fido Dito socks.
Wow. Look at us. Look at us. You know how we're old.
Kevin, the Rainbow Chips Ahoy guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
That's the same guy, right?
Anyways,
sure.
I digress.
Yeah, slap bracelets, all that kind of stuff. But, there's the Canucks, and they did some things this week. So maybe we need to get into the Vancouver Canucks. So there's a few things, to be honest. Do you want to get into, what do you want to do? The comeback? Do you want to do Boeser? What do you want to start with? We got a few different things. We'll get into
that. I think like we should probably pay the proper respect to that comeback.
Okay. So that was
crazy.
Let's set some things up for a second here, folks. So that was on what, Tuesday? What day was it?
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm out. I think we did like a Costco trip or something, and we get home. I don't even remember what we were doing. Anyway, get home. Canucks are down. Well, they go down 3-0. But anyway, where I catch up, it's 3-2, and I'm thinking like, great, they need a point. And I tune in, and it's like, I don't know, 12 minutes left in the third or something like that. And it's fire wagon hockey. Hey, like it's end to end crazy rushes, but like nothing is happening. It's like being on a treadmill, full blast. Like you're just absolutely giving her, and you're not getting anywhere. And it's just you're kind of thinking something might happen just because they did get a few opportunities, but Dallas just like stops them and pushes back. And then Dallas scores. They go up 4-2. Right? They go up 4-2. You're like, okay, the way this game's going, it's probably going to be it. Right? Like none of your giving up.
It's not looking good at this point.
No, it's we know, that road, Neil. You know where it goes. And sure enough, 5-2 comes up, empty netter. And I'm going to go to my phone for a second. And here's our conversation. I said to Ted, just classic. I said, oh no, I kind of got this mixed up. Here we go. What the heck? Where did this all go? Man, we had a lot of conversation apparently. So we're chatting, and the Canucks are, here we go. Tuesday, 7:23. It's 5-2. I text Ted. Ball game. We had talked a lot since usually this isn't a normal week for us. Ball game. Season done. Fire wagon hockey is fun, but it's dangerous. That was at 7:24. At 7:31, never mind, comes up. The Canucks, in their infinite wisdom, decided to set the record for fastest 3 goals to come back with 59 seconds left to go. They tied.
It's like an NHL record?
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's pretty fun.
The Habs in 1971, I think. I'd have to look back at it, where it was like 56 minutes. And they made it happen. Well, the Canucks did it with 59 minutes. So they tied up. Of course they do. And the goals, like, let's go over that for a second. Those goals were pretty legit. Pia Suter, like they were pressing.
I don't even think Pia Suter, I don't even think he knew that he scored.
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
He was kind of on one knee and let it go and then got up. Like, holy crap, it's in. But it was like a really nice looking goal. Like that. It looked like that was what he was trying to accomplish. In terms of like the spot and where he was to take the shot. But yeah, I mean that was a nice goal, and you know,
the Garland
seeing Ratu on this game was I mean that guy is coming up, right? I think that puts him on a, I don't know, it's got to be close to like a 18 or 19 goal pace, right? I mean, like he's the guy's looking pretty decent out there. I mean, every game that passes by, he looks like so much more of a complete player than he did at the start of the year. And he looks like he could be an actual solution at some point down the road. And then you got Garland just being an absolute pain in the ass. Like, good Lord, that guy must be so annoying to play against. He just gets so low, and he wins so many puck battles. Like, it floors me how many puck battles and how many wall battles he comes away with the puck. It's crazy. Like, I don't know how. It must be because he's shorter and he uses that short stick and he can get it in and out of places a little faster. But I mean, the guy's game is just like stunning right now. At some point, you start to question how much longer you're going to hold on to this guy for. And is it time to start talking to his agent now about re-upping him? You like the way the guy plays. You feel like he could just run his own third line. And if this team becomes elite again, he could be a huge part of it still. And I can't believe the turnaround in his game this year. And it's one of the fun things that there's been to talk about this season.
He plays like his job is on the line every shift. Like, we'll trade you. And he's got that swagger to it. Like, it's...
he's always a grumpy ass look on his face. He's always glaring at everybody all the time. Like, he just is. It's so hard to explain because he's not the kind of guy that looks like he's not a physical player, but he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he doesn't go after guys, and he does sometimes, but it's almost like he plays like a power forward in that tiny little body, and he's so crafty. It's a super interesting game. I mean, the guy he's not scoring a whole ton. He's having a good year this year, just for how much he plays. But great to watch. Great to watch.
He's another player. Like, where would they be without him?
Really? Where would they be without him? Like, I mean, this team, I'm not going to say squeaked in because I feel like they were done a little while ago, but they were in this race for a period of time down the stretch because of guys like Connor Garland and what Connor Garland's doing this year. And Kevin Lankinen, he's one of those players, right? So, that's an unsung hero right there for sure.
Just don't mind me just finding a pillow because my back hurts because I'm old. Yeah. And then, be a suitor. And you've got, like, today, we talked about it in our intro video, but if you want to know what Dakota Joshua means to the Vancouver Canucks, this was a game. Like, just the way he finished, the guy had cancer, okay? He had cancer, and he's like, beats it. He's like, oh, yeah, I got to go back to playing professional sports.
Yeah, at the highest level in the world.
Don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, and I'm not just, like, a guy on the team. Like, they kind of want me to throw my body around and bang around and, score and do some stuff. Okay, cool. And he just goes and does it. And he just, like, I know Murph talked to him after the game. But, I mean... I didn't catch the whole thing because we were coming down here to do the show. But I mean, he just kind of reflected on, and, I just get the vibe like, he was just talking about like how he's starting to find his legs and everything. And I mean, could you imagine if we get the last year Dakota Joshua next year to start the season? Guys, we get a Garley, we get P.S. Suter. I think the Canucks are going to, we'll get into Boeser in a second, but I mean, now you have to look at him like you need him, right?
Boeser?
No, Suter.
Oh, Suter. I mean, yeah, I guess. Like,
don't you think? Like, what you have?
I do. Of course, I do. I like Suter. I think there's your other third liner to be playing with. That's the guy you pair with Garland and Joshua, and there's your third line, built, ready, set.
But you're probably going to pay $6 million or $5 million to have.
But how much? Like, this is the age-old conversation, right? Like, how much is too much money to pay a third line center? I know that they did that with Lindholm last year, right? I know that they were spending a lot of money down the middle, but that was for a limited time, and it was for a playoff push. And like, I think they had that luxury, but he's been playing better than a third line center, right? I mean, the thing is that at some point it's going to be too much money that he asks for, and then they can't do it. I don't know what that number is, but whatever the Canucks are comfortable with, I'm feeling like I'm really feeling like Suter's going to be able to ask for a little bit more than that. Like, it's possible that he could get like 5.5. He's 6 million. He's having a
I
hell
think
of a
so.
season, man. He's playing first
Mhm.
line minutes right now. He's defensively responsible. And there's all the talk about, he's not big and he doesn't skate fast, but he's just so smart.
So if he does all those other things, who cares what his size is? Look,
Yeah,
Connor
I
Garland's
mean,
not big.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, he sure plays like it.
Mhm.
That's not your prototypical third line. It's not a bunch of guys who burn and are bangers.
Yeah.
You got
There's
the
a
one guy
finesse.
who really, yeah, you got the one guy who fits that really well in Joshua, and then you got more of an industrious guy like Suter, and then you got a skill guy who plays a power game, but he does it in like a 5'10" body. Like it's not what you would think, right? But it was a really successful third line for the Canucks last year. And you remove Teddy Bluger, add Pius Suter, and then the guy can fill in all over the place. I just wonder what their number is, and I would like to see him come back, but I also don't want to see them way overpay to get him either.
Yeah, just because you believe that's what you have to do doesn't mean that's what, regardless, is what you should do, right?
It's the same reason why Boeser is where Boeser is right now.
Yeah, that I think what really sucks about this is that if he does indeed walk, if that's what the end game is, just how that kind of came to be, because there were a few different ways you could have done this. Obviously, trade would have made the most sense, and you would have got your first or whatever it was. But it's kind of like, have you ever seen? I think it's like from College Humor on Facebook or wherever it would have been. Have you ever seen it where that guy gets pulled over for a speeding ticket by the cop, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my wife is pregnant. She's about to have a baby." So he goes to the hospital, and he goes to this nurse, and he's like, "Is there any women here that have just given birth and there's no father?" And the nurse is like, "Yeah, there's like lots." Like, it's just one of these, like, like a lot of single moms, whatever. So he goes and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's my kid." And the cop follows him because he's gonna, wants to prove that he was speeding to get to his wife. So the cop, you see him standing in the distance. He's got the aviators, the big mustache, everything. So then, like, he goes and he's like, "Hey, honey, here's, whatever." And he's pushing the gal in the wheelchair, leaves the hospital. And so you see this cop, and then it goes to like the first birthday, and the cop's like standing in the thing, right? And it goes to like the kid graduates college, kid gets married, the wife dies, like all this goes old age, kid grows up, and he's home, and then finally, like, and the cop's obviously aging too, and he goes, "I gotta tell you something," or what did he goes? He goes, or finally the cop looks, and the dude's like 80 or something, and he's like, "All right, I'll let you off with a warning," kind of thing. And then you see the guy like, "Yes," and he finds out. So it's like this forever thing. So like the point I'm trying to get to is, like, have the Canucks just like stuck to the bit for so long that they didn't realize, like, hey, maybe this was the time, like, maybe I'll just get the speeding ticket and move on so I don't have to commit the rest of my life to this bit, right? Like, did they miss a few opportunities to move on from Boeser and keep it from being this awkward mess that it's about to become? Hope you enjoyed the story.
Yeah, no, I don't know if they had other opportunities to walk from him. The last contract he signed.
Decision. I got to add, sorry, to make a decision either way, but in this case, they had an opportunity to walk this year, so to make a decision on him, I guess.
And you think they just couldn't make a decision, and then we've run out of time?
I think so.
It's possible. I think when the trade deadline happens and Boeser's not moved, for me, that's because it has, I felt like, less to do with, on a regular basis, it should have less to do with I wasn't getting what I wanted, or the trade market was soft on him, and should almost like liken itself towards more of like a thought process, meaning that maybe you like the player you have, and so we're going to work out a deal. It's surprising that you would not trade him and then walk away from him, like knowing both portions, and that's what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
It's something of a mistake. I know that you have to keep guys like this around to make Quinn Hughes happy or to make Tocchet happy, to try to make a push, to try to get to the playoffs, right? With your own guy, treating Boeser almost like he's your own rental without having to give up the cost of anything. So I understand that portion of it. And I think that it's so easy to be like, oh, I play Chell, I'm just going to move him. Like, it doesn't work like that.
I don't even think it was that, because I think there was an offer of a first, right?
Maybe. Like, that's what we hear. Like, who knows, really, right? I mean, maybe the first was coming here, but maybe there was something more than just Boeser coming back.
Right.
Like, we just don't know the whole story, right? And I think that it's too easy. It's too easy to assume that they can always just make the trade and not worried about it and like tank the rest of the season and get the pick and tell Quinn that we're just going to go make the team better in the offseason. Like, he's not going to care about that. Tocchet's not going to care about that. And to them, it might be like, yo, that's great. Your job is for me to win, and you took away the pieces for me to win.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, when the season was on the line, and I didn't have the things that I needed. And that could piss a player like Quinn off long term, and that could piss a coach like Tocchet off long term. That if Tocchet's the guy you want to keep, that's the kind of thing that's not going to make him want to stay, right?
So my second,
I just don't think it's as easy as just walking away. That's all.
And right, so I kind of knew you were going to kind of get into this. So my second question would be: is there still a scenario where they actually sign him still?
Sure.
Like, do you think this is damaged, or do you think it's like, hey, the optics on this aren't great, so we are gonna either, if we want you, like, we're gonna sign you, and we're sorry that, you know, we dicked you around, or yeah, the other side is obviously he does go, and well, Canucks Nation's pretty tolerant of things like that, so it's fine.
Yeah, there's always a chance they could work it out. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's just going to leave.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so either.
I think he's
but I mean, Vladdy came back.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair.
I mean, that's a dude's probably, I mean, quick question before would you...
Vladdy had 500 million reasons to come back.
Okay. Just comparing, take away contracts for a second.
Yeah, sure. Brock is going to have a lot of suitors.
Yeah.
And he's going to get paid. And I don't think Vancouver believes that he's worth that much. Like, he's going to... Do you remember when we had this conversation, I feel like 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Brock is going to get the bag at the end of this contract. He's going to leave us and he's going to go get the bag. Like, he's going to go get paid. And it's not just because Brock is some villain or he wants out of Vancouver. It's going to be because Vancouver won't be able to afford him.
Yeah. And I said that'd be a good problem to have.
Yeah. And
I probably said
the money's there now, right? And JT is gone.
Yeah.
But it just means, like, remember all those conversations we had back in the day when it was like, is Brock part of the core?
Mm-hmm. It's changed a few times.
If he's part of the core, then he would be signed. I don't think he's the core piece. I think he's a nice piece. I like Brock Boeser. The great seasons were really great. One of the more exciting Canucks to play in a long, long while. He's not a key guy. You can't pay him like he's a key guy. You had JT Miller here doing what he was doing on that contract.
Yeah.
Which we didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way that Brock can get paid the same and not do similar JT things.
Yeah.
I know that if they're ever going to replace that in inflation and the price goes up and blah, 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 blah. But you know exactly the point I'm trying to make over that 2-year span.
Yeah.
He's not the guy. I love him, but he's not a guy. He's not one of those pieces that you build your team around. He's not part of the core.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very good player.
Yeah.
DeBrusk had more to offer offensively from a goal scoring standpoint than Brock did this year.
Yeah.
And he's gonna cost a fraction of the price. You can get him, and then you can go get yourself a Pius Suter, and they're only gonna make like marginally less than Brock does. And one of them plays center.
and you're going to have an opportunity to likely make a splash on somebody in the offseason.
Yeah, maybe.
There's going to be somebody you can, if you're going to, blow the bank on this one. There's a few players you could do that with.
Yeah, there's a few players. It's not a deep market, right? I mean, that's why Pius Suiters is going to make so much money if he decides to go to free agency.
Yeah,
because it's a soft market, and he's been the best of the bunch, really, or one of the best of the bunch.
Right.
But this is a funny year, man. I don't think they're just going to be able to fix their problems in free agency. I think you got to make a trade.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is.
So maybe they trade him before the deadline or before free agency.
I would be more interested in them trading, because everybody always just seems to want the prospects. I would be more interested in trading the picks than the upcoming prospects to get a guy that can come in here and help. And I don't know how else you could do that, but I'm just saying that's probably the only way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're going to win any big signings in free agency. I like it. I really do. I think Tocchet has to be part of that. If you want to go,
I think they can build their team through those types of trades. I don't think they have to go via free agency. I think they can make those moves. You could trade Boeser before free agency. You can make a different kind of trade and actually build your team. They've done a good job of that. Now they've also kind of, held off on some better moves that they could have probably made. But I kind of believe that they can make some moves before this is all said and done for next season anyway, where they can actually improve themselves. I mean, you've got Kiefer Sherwood. Like there's a lot of good pieces that are sitting here right now. We're going to figure out what Elias Pettersson looks like next year. You've got Thug PD, who definitely had a big game tonight with that scrap, and just he'll get his moment in a second. We've the defense looks really, really good. You've got guys that are contributing as your secondary scoring and your tertiary. That's third. You've got a lot of those other things, but now they need the front end stuff. DeBrusque was one this year. They did see a decline. Obviously, no one's had JT Miller leaving on their calendar, but things happened. So they're going to adjust, and I think they need to get back to having those pieces by next season. They can't go in anywhere remotely close to what this looks like currently. So I think they're going to make a move. And does it come at the cost of a prospect and a pick, or just picks? I think it'd be smart to just get rid of picks. Like, I agree with you on that, because some of the prospects are looking pretty good, and I'd hate to see that Tom Willander is having to be shipped up because you needed to get whoever. Right? There's guys that are going to be making their push, like Karamaki. We've got guys ready to kind of go. So I think they need to figure out, what does this team ultimately need to look like to be competitive again, because it isn't close to what it was a season ago.
Yeah, I think everything you just said, I think is bang on with what this team needs. And then you also need a couple guys to have bounce back seasons. And, one of them we were just talking about was Dakota Joshua. I don't think, like, not only do you need a bounce back season from a guy like Joshua, but I believe it's coming next season. I think he's going to bounce back. I think he's due for that. And I feel the same way about Nils Höglander. I think the way that he sort of worked this last half of the season, had that been there clicking for him, because the work ethic's always there. Yeah. Had that been there clicking with him at the start of the season, he probably could have been a 12 to 15 goal guy. And that's helpful. Like, I think he's going to have a bounce back season next year. He's going to be an important player. And then you're going to have to see maturation from a guy like, Atu Ratu.
He'll be given his opportunity to be a 2 next year, I think.
Yeah, I think he's got to make the team, but I think he's got a chance to be here and be contributing, right? I think that those guys, he just looks so different over the start of the year than where he was playing to what he's doing now. And then the last guy is the continued, maturing from Elias Pettersson. I think the guy is Elias Pettersson. Sorry. Talk about Garland being a pain. That guy looks like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Olin so much. He really does. Just like 2-3 games in a row now, he's just put players on their ass. Like,
Did you see my tweet today?
You just saw it in Dallas. You saw what he did today. He just puts guys down. It pisses people off. I mean, Rantanen got up, cross-checked him in the face. He was so mad. It took a penalty. Like that's he's a tough kid. He skates real well. This guy's got a future if they don't trade him. This guy's got a real future in Vancouver, and he's gonna be a really popular player for a long time.
I had after that fight, I was thinking Rage Against the Machine and lights out Elias Patterson, get those fists up. Like he's the kind of guy. There's another fan favorite, right? We talk about the Canucks and losing guys, right? You talk about losing your favorite players, the fan favorites. Well, they come and go. We got new ones. There's going to be ones that are going to leave, and it's probably going to be Brock. But I have to say it. I can't help myself. If and when they ever make their next run or win the cup, whenever hopefully that happens one day, it doesn't matter. You want the guys currently on the team to win it because you like those guys. But guess what? If they make another run, you're going to love those guys too. It's inevitable because they're going to be on their way to the cup, and you're going to love all those guys. It happens all the time. So guess
There's
what?
There's going to be a guy on the next cup run team where you're like, man, I would totally get a Victor Oreskevich jersey.
100%.
There's going to be one of those guys. That's the way it works.
That is how it goes. So it's going to happen. So don't worry about it. It's going to happen. Boeser will move on or whatever. We all love JT Miller. He left. It happens. Everybody loved Bo Horvat. He left. It happens. We love Roberto Luongo. He left. Kevin Bieksa, Ryan Kessler, Alex Burrows. I could keep going. That's how it works. That's how it works. I'm sorry to tell you. Macklin Celebrini. Do we blame him for the Canucks not making the play? He couldn't score 4 goals. Dude gets a hat trick. They lose 8-7. Give me a break. Of course, the Canucks have this epic comeback of all time. The next night, Minnesota and San Jose go absolutely toe-to-toe.
Just crazy.
Just 12 rounds, absolute slobber knocker. 8-7. Was it overtime, I think, right?
Yeah. The goalie stopped pucks in that game.
Oh. And I looked and everybody's mad. Man, come on, Macklin. Get him there. Guys, it's 8-7. This is not hockey. This is just make one stop. So, that's when it actually was over, not when the Canucks were at down 5-2. But man, that kid's good, hey?
Yeah. Him and Hudson are crazy.
It's fun to see these guys, and it's tough because we're so focused on this absolute tire fire that is the Canucks, and you don't get to enjoy. Maybe you do, but you don't get to enjoy the Lane Hudsons and the Celebrinis, and there's all these players that we're going to get to see in the playoffs now, and get to enjoy a little bit more because we don't have to be so deeply rooted into every minute of a Canucks playoff run. It's going to be kind of nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited. You get to see the Caps, the Panthers, find out if the Leafs are going to do some damage this year, if, how quickly the Oilers are going to get knocked out of the playoffs, those kind of things. It's going to be one of those years where you get to just enjoy being a hockey fan and not a psycho, because we all turn into this absolute different beast when our team's in the playoffs.
It's definitely not the same. That's for sure.
No. And I mean, I do wish that we were that beast.
I would way rather that. Yes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But we can't have it. Okay. So one more thing, and then we're going to get into the fun stuff. So we were talking about contracts. Obviously, who are we talking about? I guess we were talking about Suter and Boeser, but Lankinen, what a game he had tonight. He made great. In that last 3 minutes, he made 2 or 3 absolute 5-alarm, 10-alarm saves. Just absolutely unshaken. Should have been 1-1 off the crossbar after, thankfully. But he was so dialed in to end that game. And I just thought, man, at least we've got that going for us into next year. We've got 2 goaltenders so far that can kind of keep us afloat, providing that everybody's healthy. I think at the very least, that's something that we should be excited about. He looked incredible. He had a couple bad games a little while ago. But man, it is nice to have a Kiefer Sherwood. That was the guy I was thinking of. Kiefer Sherwood and Kevin Lankinen. It's good.
Yep.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different players. Obviously, we know a lot about that Nashville situation out there. I think there was some scouting happening at that time, but Sherwood's a fun player. I mean, let's hope the guy gets to 20 for starters. Been an absolute wrecking ball this year. It's not like he doles out the most devastating hits, like Rafi Torres style hits or anything like that. But he's got like a real, I shouldn't even say Matt Cook, because Matt Cook was a devastating hitter too. Like, I mean, he's just got this sort of, he's just another really annoying player to play against. So they got really lucky. I don't know, the Lankinen thing I like. Obviously, the contract is fine. The goalie is good. He's had a tough COVID over the last little bit here. I think that's unrelated. It's possible you get a little bit of you get a regression season from Lankinen next year. He's just not going to be able to get into that same groove. So I think that's going to be the challenge for the coaching staff next year for Tocchet to delicately manage playing time and let your stallion know that you're not out there going to be using him every single day, right? I mean, that's going to be an adjustment for Demko. Demko seems to me like a guy who needs to play a lot to get in a groove as well. So sometimes having 2 guys that can play the lion's share of the net, it can be difficult. I don't know. The good thing, I think, and if they can realize it, is Lankinen's not a guy that can play as a full-time starter all the time. His game starts to break down, and Demko could play 82 games and his game won't break down. It's just the injury problem, right? So if both of these guys can realize that they're better with less starts,
what's the split?
Then we could be in real good shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's the split? That's the big question, I think.
It's not 50-50.
Not like what is the split, but like what is their split that they can be the most efficient? Not like who deserves more, but like what's the best efficient split where this team actually is dangerous in the net? Yeah, kind of like Schneider and Luongo. Like it's not the same, but it's kind of the same.
Like Lankin is probably going to need 32 to 35 starts or something like that. I think to that's probably the sweet spot for his game, right? And that's not that's not too much of a workload for Demko.
Yeah.
But it's possible that Demko could need to play. He could need to play less games. So, you hope that he's good enough to go, and then you get him healthy at the right time of the season. And away you go. It's going to be tough to manage. So we'll see how it goes next year. I don't even put it out of their depth too, because this management has done stuff like this before in terms of just moving a guy right away after you sign him. I wouldn't be shocked if a Lankinen trade happened at some point last year, or a Demko trade, right? I mean, the problem with trading Demko is that you're never going to get what he's worth when he's healthy. It's like being a Rob Gronkowski fantasy football owner, right? Nobody's going to give you what he's worth in trade because he's Gronk and he gets hurt all the time. But when you have him in your lineup and he's playing, you're gold. Yeah,
or Cooper Kupp even now, same thing.
Yeah,
if he's similar thing, but Gronk makes more sense for sure.
Yeah,
I think we're at that point, Ted. Should we roll the dice again on maybe the greatest new segment in podcasting for Canucks?
It's the longest segment, but it's funny. Yeah,
it's fun. I'm talking about.
Here we go! Here we go!
Wrong button. That's better. Talking about Canucks GPT. So I'm going to give it to you this week because I think I've picked the last couple. So I've got Chat GPT ready to go. What are we gonna face off with today?
I feel like dealer's choice, man. Whatever you want.
So we had 3 different ones. So we had Rugby Sevens. We had Survivor, like the show with Jeff Probst. And I was thinking like Squid Game was another one. But then, I mean, there's no real number, so you just pick like, I don't know, 3 guys,
It's
3 or 4 guys.
the 10 remaining members of the Squid Game.
Yeah. So, I mean, we could do that. We could do rugby sevens. What was another one I had? We could do like an escape room. That'd be, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you got? You get to pick this time.
No, I know. I want you to
run.
pick.
Oh,
No, I want you to pick.
there's too much pressure. I know. So,
Yeah.
okay. I think I want to prepare a little bit more for the rugby sevens one, if that's fair.
Yeah, sure.
So I would rather we do that properly. I don't want to go in blindly on that. I need to get my terminology up. I just know like 2 words. So I think let's do the survivor thing. How about? Okay. I feel
Okay.
Squid Game might be a little too violent, and I don't want to see that.
Okay.
Like it's
Squid Game,
Each-
Hunger Games.
well, I mean, okay. I mean,
No, it's fine. We'll do the Survivor
Okay.
ones.
it could get a little bit dicey. So, okay. So let's set up some rules here. So we're doing Survivor. So I guess it's like Team Survivor technically. So like how do we rule this?
Yeah, like, so do you like 2 teams before the merge? 2 teams of 5 before
that's
the
right.
merge.
So Team Blue, Team Red, whatever. Okay. So are we going to do like a group of 5?
Sure.
And is it current Canucks? Is it all time? We should also designate that because that was good last week.
Okay. Yeah. All time is. Well, we can do all time.
All time? Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay. Again, did I go first last time? No, you did. I think I gave you first because I had won the previous time. So,
Okay.
I'm going to go first this time. I'm just going to call it. So, we're going to do what? Team of 5? Is that what we're saying, or team of 4?
I'm sure team of 5 is fine.
Okay. So, I'm going to get let's get the all-time roster going again, because there's so many people that have played for the Canucks over the years. So I guess you need maybe go with like our leader to start, right? Probably.
Okay.
I think that makes the most sense. So I'm going to go with, who do we want for, you know what? I mean, he's done the grouse grind. Him and his brother, they've done the grouse grind numerous times, set records, left, right, center. He's a great leader to begin with. You all just didn't know it yet. I'm talking about Henrik Sedin is my first overall pick. Hank
Wow.
Sedin.
Okay. Well,
This is Survivor,
I can't
man. You
start
gotta
this
play.
draft
This
off.
isn't. We're not.
I can't.
Really?
I guess I can. I feel like I can't start this draft off by taking like the second best Sedin. Like that doesn't help me. But the annoyance is if I take somebody else, then you can take the other Sedin.
It would
so I
only
think
make
you
sense
put
if I
me-
take both.
I think you put me in a. I think you put me in a bad spot here. So I am gonna take Trevor Linden. That'll be my.
That feels like an obvious one. So we've got
Yeah.
both teams, solid leaders to start. Okay, so that'd be your leader. I think our next one. Do you want to have like titles to these, or this is just
No.
the group? I guess.
This is the group.
Like a scavenger, and I'm just kidding. So okay, so I'm not going to take Daniel Sedin. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to not take him or take him. I don't care what you do. My next one, I'm going to go with. Oh man!
So you're not gonna.
So
you're not
this
gonna
is-
take Daniel.
I just feel like I want to challenge Ted. Like I don't want it to be obvious, right? I think I want it to be. I want this to be something where like there's thought involved into this. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna go with who's my second guy. There's just absolutely so much to choose from here. A lot of smart guys. You know what? Second week in a row, Ted. The guy won me the fight last week. Juice, Kevin Bieksa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fun.
That is who
Fun.
I'm picking
Okay.
as my second pick. Oh man,
That's
there's
a
lot to
that's a
look at
great
here.
pick. And I think just for the fun of it, because I think I need a challenge beast. I got to have a guy I think that's going to win the challenges, and he's going to keep the alliance right, running strong. So you got to have that weapon, and I think that guy's probably Pavel Bure.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Watch out, he might leave on you though, so that's a tough one. He might leave on you when the going gets tough. That's a good pick, Pavel Bure. Okay, so coming in at number 3. This is a tough one because I've got a pick here, and he's super smart. But do I pick him because, we might have a physical thing to do and he breaks down? I'm going to take the risk. Thatcher Demko.
Oh, wow.
I'm going Thatcher Demko. Again, I'm done playing checkers, Ted. I'm done.
Yeah.
You're
Thinking, man.
I gotta start playing chess. Now, there's some good ones I'm looking at here that I think people would be surprised if they got picked, but there's some Canucks have had some pretty smart players, if you will.
Yeah, Igor Larionov, the professor.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. You could pick him.
I'm probably not.
Okay.
I'm trying to put a well-rounded alliance together here.
Tyler Graveck, just say it. Get it over with.
Yeah. Byron Bitts.
Gets them every time.
Okay, so what am I looking here? I think I need a bit of a villain, like a bit of a shield. That guys are gonna other teams are gonna want to gun at to sort of take my better players, or keep them on the board, right?
Yeah.
I think he'd be willing to do the dirty work. I think you get people pissed off at him just constantly, but I also know that this guy would be crazy loyal to the alliance, and so for that I got to take Alex Burrows.
Oh, that's a good pick, Alex Burrows. I like that. Okay, I've done some crazy things on this show. I've done some crazy things in real life. This is going to rank up there for crazy things. But if you've heard the Cass and Juice podcast, you will know. Do you know where I'm going with this?
I do. I know where you're going with this, yeah.
You will know that this guy can he's a salesman. He is sneaky. He's hilarious, but he's smart. And if, we need some physicality, he can also do this. And he's likely going to find a way to steal something from your team and sell it for a profit. I'm talking about Darcy Hordachuk.
Holy jeez, I did not know. I did not see that coming. Wow.
Darcy Hordachuk is my number 4. So he's, again, a pretty smart guy, kind of a bonkers dude, but that's my number 4.
So my number 4 then, I think he's still on the board, and I have to assume that he's just good at everything.
Can I just guess this?
Yeah, sure.
Can I Mikko Jokela?
Yeah, it's Mikko Jokela.
I just assumed, but I didn't.
Yes, Harry York, you're way off. Daniel Sedin.
Okay, that's good.
I can't not have Daniel Sedin on the squad. If for any other reason that if I leave him on the board, he could go to your squad. So
I
Daniel
left him
Sedin. I can't even remember who I picked so far.
You got Linden, Bure, Burrows, and Daniel. That's a good lineup.
Yeah.
It's got some speed to it. It's got, obviously talent. You've got a bona fide leader, and then you've got a marksman. I'm not sure where that's going to come in. So my last one, I got to make this smart here. Oh, this is going to be the toughest one. Do I just go straight up for skills? Do I go with, you know what? I got it. I got to have fun today. I got it. You can't understand a word this guy says.
Oh
But
man, this is a great
man,
pick. This
but
is a great pick.
man, you're gonna enjoy. If this was televised, you are going to enjoy watching this guy entertain
Could you
you.
actually imagine him on a serious season of Survivor? Ridiculous.
It would be something else. Maxim Lapierre.
Oh wow. Okay, not who I was thinking of.
Who are you thinking?
I thought you were going
Who
to
are you
take Jarko Ruutu.
Oh no. No, he's
Oh, man,
actually
that
you can
guy-
understand. He's just finished. That's rude, Ted. That's a little racist.
Max Lapierre, Lappy. Okay.
He would be. Could you imagine watching that guy in the show? He'd be like, I don't even know what we're doing here, but I need to see this guy next week. You wouldn't vote him off just because.
Right. Okay, so I feel like I got like a crazy athlete in Bure here. I got just the ultimate charismatic leader. I'm sure a guy that can rally votes in Linden, right? I got the antagonist, the fast talker, but the loyal soil guy in Burrows. And then I have like a Mr. Do Everything. Really, nobody hates this player that's in his prime, and Daniel Sedin.
Well, that's not true. Brad Marchand did hate Daniel
Brad
Sedin.
Marchand did hate Daniel Sedin, yeah, and Jamie Benn said some shit too, I think.
Yeah.
So I think I need like a crazy intelligent guy. So I think I'm going to take who I believe is the most intelligent Canuck of all time, and I'm going to take Quinn Hughes. How can I not take this guy? Another one that everybody loves. Everybody loves this guy.
I would beg to differ if he's the most intelligent. Igor Larionov's pretty.
Oh, okay, maybe not. Well, it'd be close. I think he's up there with the Twins.
Like it'd be Final Jeopardy.
And, yeah, I think he's up there.
We should do that. That should be something. Just like pick 3 characters who would win in Jeopardy.
Yeah,
It's actually a decent thing. They should have that. So
Not
Quinn
bad.
Hughes. Okay.
Hughes.
All right. So we're gonna get rid of this. So in what do we call it?
In a game of Survivor.
In a game of Survivor.
In a season of Survivor.
Oh, right. Okay. In a season of the show Survivor.
2 teams exist.
I
Before
thank
the
you for
merge. 2 teams exist before the merge.
Team A consisting of
You have to write both teams. Both teams before the merge will be fully formed alliances of 5.
okay. In a season of the show Survivor, 2 teams exist before the merge, with fully
Or about to
formed.
merge.
Oh, 2 teams exist before they're about to merge. 2 teams exist.
Or at the merge even would work.
You're making this difficult. You gotta have words here. Okay, 2
Sure.
teams exist before they're about to merge.
Or just as they're about to merge.
With strong.
Final answer.
Okay, wait. With strong alliances before. Okay, 2 teams exist. What?
About to merge.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Just
With
about
strong-
to merge, yeah.
Yeah, with strong alliances. Team A consisting of. Just wait.
Strong alliances of 5.
Oh, right. Strong alliances of 5 members. Team A consisting of. Let me grab this. Control copy. Control paste. Quinn Hughes or Trevor Linden, Pavel Bure, blah blah blah. And Team B consisting of. This is the fun part, the silence. The silence.
You got to get some background music for this in the future.
Okay, we could do this. Just a second. I'm sure we got. Let's see what we got. What does StreamYard have?
Oh, wow.
No. No.
Yeah, I could be wrong on the background music.
Night driving. I feel like we're about to make out.
You're losing me here.
This is kind of cool.
It's like a wrestling entrance.
Let's do dance pop. That's what it's called. Oh,
Okay. What
this
do you
is
got there?
equally as important. Okay. Consisting of, okay. Oops. There we go. Who would win based on previous season's challenges? Ready?
Sure.
Okay. So we're going to do that.
Oh, you gotta write all players are in their prime.
I'm just going to read this
All people
quickly.
listed are in their prime or something like that.
All the players listed would be in their prime. Okay, so let's go to share screen. Make sure I close that other file. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so it definitely shifts the balance and ups the intensity, whatever. You can read this later. Okay, so Team A, Prime versions. Trevor Linden, Prime. This is getting weird saying this. Prime Linden was a beast. Clutch, tough, respected leader. Built for endurance and loyalty-based alliance gameplay. Bure, the Russian rocket in his prime. Unstoppable in physical athletic challenges. Speed, agility, explosiveness. Alex Burrows, scrappy grinder in his heyday. Clutch gene. See Game 7 versus Chicago. And probably one of the best in high-pressure scenarios. Give him credit there. Daniel Sedin, incredible shape, elite stamina, mental focus, not flashy, but consistently smart and strategic. Quinn Hughes.
Not flashy. It's not flashy. I
He's
debate.
just,
I debate that.
I mean, they were pretty flashy together, their combo.
Yeah,
Young
okay.
Quinn Hughes, young and nimble, even now. So in his projected prime? Question mark. Elite balance, vision, and potential puzzle master.
Oh,
Summary.
puzzle master.
So that ups the ante. So the summary of your team: high agility, endurance, smart strategy, good mix of cool-headedness and fire, strong late game threat team.
Ooh, there we
Team
go.
B,
Feeling good about this.
Team B, prime version: Henrik Sedin, elite playmaker, cool as ice, just like the song. Natural leader, would thrive in puzzles, strategy, and social game. Kevin Bieksa, prime Bieksa equals fearless, strong, smart, vocal, dominant in brute force and physical contact challenges. Thatcher
There you
Demkos, still near prime now, but if you project a full peak, calm, excellent under pressure, likely graded endurance and concentration. Darcy Hordachuk, enforcer type, not subtle, but useful in dragging, smashing, tug-of-war challenges. So they left out the part where he actually is kind of smart.
He's a big dragger smasher.
This
Big dragger smasher guy.
yeah, may work against me. Prime Maxim Lapierre. Prime Lapierre was peak agitator, could create chaos and social dynamics, stir drama, and sneak through as an under-the-radar finalist.
Oh,
Summary: big time strength, intimidation factor, wildcard social elements. They'd win physical dominance pre-merge. Nice. Okay. Challenge comparison: prime versus prime. Excuse me. So brute strength advantage, Team B. It just gives, like, I guess, whatever. Agility and speed, Team A. Bure. Balance, Team A. Team A with Quinn. They're basically saying puzzles, slight edge, A. That's not good. How many more things do we get to do? Endurance, Team A. Coordination, even. Sedin twins neutralize. Social manipulation, Team B. Lapierre, Bieksa wildcards. Strategy, leadership, Team A. Linden. Game flow, projection in prime. Pre-merge, Team B probably takes the majority of brute. Team wins tug-of-war, wrestling, heavy lifting. Team A wins finesse and coordination challenges. Slight edge to Team B, 4-2 or 3-3, depending on puzzle balance. Merge. Post-merge shifts heavily in favor of individual stamina, balance, and puzzle-based challenges. Perfect for Bure, Hughes, Daniel, and Linden. Even though Bieksa and Lapierre could make social moves, Team A has fewer vote-me-out liabilities. I I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. It's right.
It's
Let's be honest, right?
If you had a root to as well.
Yeah, Likely final three merge chaos accounted for. Trevor Linden has the respect, endurance, and leadership to carry through. Henrik Sedin or Lapierre. Henrik for loyalty, social strength. Lapierre is a potential GOAT. Again, here we go. Quinn Hughes or Burrows. Agile, challenge winner, potential immunity streak. Okay, so now we're kind of picking who's going to be like the final survivor. So based on Linden, Sedin, Lapierre, Hughes, and Burrows, who's your pick? You're guessing. I haven't seen yet, so.
Yeah, I like Quinn in this. I think I like Quinn in this.
I'm gonna go Henrik.
I think the other players would look at Linden and be like, he's gonna win this game. He's got too many people on the jury.
So they vote him off.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Okay, I'm going Henrik, and you're gonna go Quinn.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Winner prediction: Trevor Linden, great at everything Survivor demands physically. Oh, did he win?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, wait. Here we go. Great at everything Survivor demands. Physical enough to win challenges, mentally tough and calm, excellent social skills, huge jury threat. Bure might take a deep run if he goes on an immunity tear, but could be seen as too big a threat. Okay. So runner-up Henrik if he survives alliance betrayals, or Hughes if he impresses in late challenges. Want to throw in hidden immunity idols or tribe swap for maximum drama?
Absolutely.
So what do we want to do?
Just yes.
Yes. Like, just shut up. Just don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
So we're adding immunity, hidden immunity idols, a tribe swap, and even I just assume they'd get that, and even the possibility of a blindside or two. Okay, so let's rehash this. A classic tribe swap that mixes up the two teams 3-2 or 4-1. So now we got Linden, Daniel Sedin, Bieksa, Lapierre, and Hordichuk. Now it's spicy. Linden and Daniel might try to stay low and grab Lapierre as a swing vote, but Bieksa could stir the pot and target the quieter threat, Daniel. Bure, Hughes, Henrik, and Demko, and Burrows. This group full of thinkers and sneaky types. Henrik might try to team with Hughes to pull in Bure or Demko for numbers, but Burrows is always ready to flip, especially if he smells a power shift. Wild cards. Lapierre thrives in tribe swaps, flips easily, keeps heat off himself. So smart. Bieksa may get blindsided for being too aggressive post-swap. Burrows could engineer a blindside if he feels squeezed. Hidden immunity idols. Here's who's most likely to find and use an idol effectively. Quinn Hughes. Under the radar and observant, likely to find one and play it smart. Burrows, scrappy and sneaky, might bluff or actually use an idol to flip the game. Thatcher Demko, calm enough to hold on to one and use it in the final 6-5. Lapierre, 90% chance he misplays an idol in a flashy move that blows up his game. Checks out.
90%
Idol
chance,
shock.
but he's also a favorite to win.
Yeah, exactly. Idol shock moment prediction. Burrows finds one, tells Bure and Hughes, then secretly plays it for Linden, sending Bieksa home right before the merge.
Oh, wow.
Now we're cooking. Biggest blindside. At the final 7, Bure wins immunity. Everyone thinks Hughes is going home, but Burrows, Henrik, and Daniel flip the script and vote out Linden.
There it
the
is.
social threat and jury darling, using an immunity idol to block a counterattack.
Right.
Boom. Linden goes home, shocked, smiling, and becomes a guaranteed jury vote for whoever was behind the move. Final 3.
Right? Was it Burr that engineered that?
Yeah. Or Bure.
Oh, it was Bure.
Bure won it. But Burrows, Henrik, and Daniel vote out Linden. Oops. I kind of played my card. I quit too. Anyway, final 3. Burrows, Henrik, and Quinn. Burrows, crafty underdog, orchestrated a few big moves. Henrik, socially impeccable, barely got votes. Hughes played a quiet game but racked up late immunity wins. Winner is Henrik. Jury respects the calm, collected, loyal game. Wins 5-3-1. Alternate wild final. Bure, Lapierre, and Hordichuk. Bure, challenge monster. Lapierre, cocky goat. Hordichuk somehow floated through as the big shield. Bure, but only if he gave a solid final tribal speech. Jury may not reward physicality alone. Twists and drama rankings. Oh, here we go. So it's like the fire rankings. Tribe swap. Heat is shaking up early dominance. Idle blindside. BX or Linden goes home with Idle in play. Lapierre chaos votes. He flips on alliances just because. Burrow's strategic betrayal. Fan favorite move. Final tribal jury speech. Henrik versus Burrow's showdown would be iconic. This is write me out in a full episode, but no. That's
No, we get it. Thank you, ChatGPT.
We like it, but we don't need it. Thank you very much.
We get it.
So let's get rid of the dance pop.
Yeah, two game win streak there.
Did I win? I think you won.
No, Henrik. You had Henrik.
Oh yeah, Henrik won the whole thing.
Yeah, he's your guy. You won.
I lost the team, but I won. I lost the team, but I won in the end. I had the winner.
Yeah.
So that counts. I forgot I had Henrik. So
yeah,
it got really confusing.
Back-to-back champ.
Well, and with the gentleman's tie on the rock one, because like I said, I'm a fan of both of those bands, so I really don't like. I won based on what they said, but I would listen to both albums, quite frankly.
Yeah, there you go.
So that was good. That was interesting.
Yeah, it was no Survivor Series, but
no, that's going to be up there for probably. I mean, I would say best episode, but best content.
Yeah,
because that was fun. That was fun. So
like
we got to figure out
competing Cobra Kai dojos or something like that next time.
Ooh, okay. It's 10:22 now. We got to call it at some point. I like that. That's better than Rugby Sevens, Cobra Kai. Yeah. Just a karate tournament.
Yeah. No, not just a karate tournament. The All Valley karate tournament.
Oh, sorry. Right. Regionals. We'll have regionals and okay. So maybe we
was the Sekai Taikai. That's the new one.
Oh, I haven't even seen an episode of any of that.
Oh, geez, you better watch it. It's not.
I know. How many seasons? But it's fun. How many seasons are there? 2?
How many have you watched?
I've seen none. I've barely seen the movies.
There's like 5 seasons. You have to go back. I mean, the new seasons aren't as fun as the old seasons. We have to start watching it because it's a blast from your childhood.
So do they just karate the whole time? Does every episode end in a karate?
Yeah, it's basically a wrestling episode.
Oh, okay.
Like fights break out in schools and houses and
so
you gotta watch it. If you were a Karate Kid fan when you were a kid, they just bring it all back. Like it's canon.
Instead of like a musical, it's just karateing everywhere.
Yeah, it's high school musical karate.
Okay.
Yeah,
I could probably get down with that.
You absolutely should watch it. I can't believe that you haven't. The kind of person that you are, you'd love it. You'll love it.
Well, I mean, I did finish Breaking Bad.
It's so ridiculous. Yeah, it's so ridiculous, but you'll love it.
Okay. I've heard it's really good.
It's really good. It's like Fast and the Furious karate.
Oh wow.
It's that ridiculous, yeah.
But no one's stealing DVDs.
So you of all people will like this. Please watch and enjoy.
Okay. I think I can do that. So that's my challenge for this week is watch at least an episode to start.
More than an episode because that's the intro shit.
How long are the episodes?
They're like between a half hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
They're fast.
Okay. I'm going to try. Okay. I'm going to try.
You're gonna have to get to like the 4th or 5th episode, but you'll.
Okay. It's like Entourage.
Yeah.
Same idea. Like you got to get that far to enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Once it gets rolling, it's just a slow jog to start, and then once it gets going, it's like.
Okay.
You watch Severance?
No. Oh, I've heard that's incredible. We don't have that channel.
Okay, well, I'll just have to give you my password.
Yeah, it's getting that way. There's just so much. I still have to finish Westworld. We have like 2 episodes left.
Oh, well, yeah, you should just watch that. Watch that first, and then watch Karate Kid.
Yeah, I need to finish Westworld. So we could probably go off on every single show, folks. This is this week's episode. I don't know how many more we're gonna get done throughout the season once the Canucks are done, but we're gonna try to plug away.
Maybe we'll just jump on one night and we'll do a movie review or a show review.
You know who I was thinking today? Who we got to get back, and I just thought it was too late to ask him today. Rob Fay.
Yeah,
I would just love to have another chat with that guy because I mean we could probably talk for an hour with Rob because he's spot on for like whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, he's great.
Cobra Kai, he'd probably just play. So anyway, folks. Oh, I got to put this back before we go away. Another episode of the PP1 Podcast. Hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you follow our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram. We're not on there a whole lot, but whatever. Obviously, follow Area 51 Sports Network as well. Check out my gear, Mulligan at Mulligan Golf, MLGNGolf.com. I'd really appreciate it. You know, trying to make something. Trying to make it more than a side hustle if possible. That'd be nice. But it's cool gear. Really proud of it. It's I don't know. It's given me a spark in my step again. And obviously, my man Ted, gorgeous model when it comes to wearing Mulligan gear. And he's also one of my best friends. He's on my baseball team.
Oh, that's great. It's great.
It's good stuff. So on behalf of T3, the realist? Yeah, there's an I in there. So I apologize. Realist. On behalf of Ted, I'm Ryan. This is the PP1 Podcast on the Area 51 Sports Network. Canucks season's almost done. But you know what? Cheer them on anyway, because they're still your team. Go Canucks, go.